Imagine a world where your brain isn't hijacked by endless scrolling, constant notifications, or quick dopamine hits. What if you could reclaim your focus, motivation, and mental clarity? That world is possible, and it starts with a dopamine detox. Waving hand welcome message. Welcome to Listen to Grow, the channel where we turn science into self-mastery. Today, we're diving deep into a life-changing concept, dopamine detox, and how it can rewire your brain for productivity, discipline, and peace of mind. Blue Book Chapter 1, The Dopamine Dilemma. Let's begin by understanding the core problem, dopamine overload. Dopamine is often misunderstood. It's not just the pleasure chemical, it's the brain's motivation engine. It drives your desire to act, to chase goals, to seek reward. But here's the twist, in today's world, it's being hijacked. Every time you check your phone, scroll through Instagram, binge a YouTube series, or even eat a sugary snack, your brain releases a surge of dopamine. It feels good for a moment. But what happens when these artificial spikes become your norm? Your brain adapts. It becomes desensitized. You need more stimulation to feel the same pleasure. And over time, natural joys like reading, working on goals, or even spending time with loved ones start to feel boring.
Chapter 2, Social Media and the Digital Trap. Have you ever opened Instagram just to check one post and suddenly, it's an hour later, and you're watching videos of dancing alpacas or a guy making 100 omelets? That's not random. It's engineered. Social media is designed to keep you scrolling. Every like, comment, or share triggers a small hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical we mentioned earlier. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube use what's called variable rewards, meaning you never know when the next exciting video or notification will come. That unpredictability is what makes it so addictive, like a slot machine in your pocket. You're not the customer on social media. You're the product. These platforms profit from your attention. Chapter 3, The Dopamine Detox Explained. Enter, the dopamine detox, a modern solution to a modern problem. Now let's be clear, dopamine detox doesn't mean eliminating all dopamine. That's biologically impossible. Dopamine is essential to survival, it motivates you to eat, move, pursue goals. What we're really doing is reducing unnatural dopamine spikes from artificial sources like junk food, social media, pornography, and video games. It's about resetting your brain's reward system. It's about turning down the noise so you can enjoy the quiet again. Imagine this, if your brain is constantly flooded with loud fireworks, TikToks, junk food, scrolling, it becomes numb to the beauty of a candlelight, deep work, real relationships, nature. Dopamine detox is the art of silence so you can hear yourself again. Brain Chapter 4, What happens to your brain during a detox? When you remove high dopamine stimuli, your brain enters withdrawal. It's uncomfortable at first. You might feel bored, restless, irritated, unmotivated. That's normal. Your brain is adjusting. Like a drug addict going sober, your reward system is recalibrating. The receptors that were overloaded are beginning to normalize. Your tolerance is dropping. And then, after a few days, something magical happens. You start enjoying simple things again. A walk outside feels refreshing. Reading becomes engaging. Conversations become richer. Working on your goals feels satisfying again. You regain focus. You begin to control your attention. Chapter 5, How to Start Your Dopamine Detox. Starting a dopamine detox doesn't mean you need to quit everything fun forever. It means taking control of what stimulates your brain and when. Begin by identifying the biggest sources of your dopamine spikes. For most people, it's things like social media, video games, junk food, or mindless browsing. Start small. Choose one day a week where you avoid these activities. Use that time to reconnect with low dopamine but deeply fulfilling habits like reading, journaling, walking, or simply sitting in silence. You'll be surprised how uncomfortable it feels at first. That's because your brain is addicted to fast hits of pleasure. But discomfort is a sign that the detox is working. It's your brain recalibrating. You don't need to eliminate all pleasure from your life. The goal is to delay gratification. Chapter 7, Building Long-Term Discipline After Detox. After a dopamine detox, the key is to build a lifestyle that supports long-term discipline. This means creating habits and environments that make focus and productivity your default setting. You don't want to fall back into the same patterns that led to overstimulation. Start by designing your surroundings. Keep your phone out of reach when you're working. Turn off notifications. Use apps or tools that block distracting websites. Small environmental changes can lead to big behavior shifts. Next, develop routines that are centered around purpose and structure. Wake up at the same time every day. Schedule your deep work sessions and breaks. Eat meals mindfully without screens. These routines reduce decision fatigue and help you stay on track. More importantly, learn to love boredom. Boredom is no longer a curse, it's a gift. It means your brain isn't being hijacked by constant dopamine. When you're comfortable with boredom, you gain control over your urges. You can sit down and do the hard work without needing external stimulation. That's real freedom. And discipline isn't about being strict or hard on yourself. It's about consistently doing what matters, even when you don't feel like it. Over time, this discipline compounds into confidence, clarity, and a sense of peace. The more you stay disciplined, the more your brain learns to value real progress over empty pleasure. Chapter 8, Rewiring Your Brain for Deep Focus. Now that you've detoxed and built discipline, it's time to rewire your brain for deep focus. Focus is a skill, and like any skill, it grows stronger with practice. The first step is to remove as many distractions as possible from your day. Create time blocks where you do nothing but one single task. No multitasking, no switching tabs, no checking messages. This trains your brain to concentrate for extended periods. At first, it will be difficult. Your mind will want to wander. But every time you pull it back to the task at hand, you are strengthening your focus muscle. Over time, this gets easier, and eventually, it becomes second nature. Meditation is also a powerful tool here. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day of sitting quietly and watching your breath can rewire your brain to become more present. The more present you are, the easier it becomes to stay immersed in your work. Another technique is the Pomodoro method: work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This balances mental stamina and recovery. But most importantly, align your focus with your purpose. When you're working on something meaningful, your brain wants to stay engaged. You're not forcing focus, you're flowing with it. That's when your best work happens. You enter a state of deep work, where time fades away and you're fully immersed in creating, building, learning, or growing. This is the ultimate goal of dopamine detox, not just to eliminate distractions, but to unlock the deep focus that helps you live fully and reach your potential. Chapter 9, Creating a Lifestyle of Purpose and Clarity. The final goal of a dopamine detox is not just short-term focus but building a lifestyle filled with purpose and clarity. This means you're not just avoiding distractions, you're intentionally choosing what matters most in your life. Start by asking yourself what truly fulfills you. What kind of work makes you feel alive? What habits make you feel strong, clear, and grounded? When you know your values, you can design your days around them. Each morning, wake up with a clear goal. Write it down. Focus your energy on moving one step closer to it. Even small actions add up. Instead of chasing endless stimulation, you begin chasing growth, service, and progress. Your mind becomes calmer. You think more clearly. You respond instead of react. That's when clarity shows up, when your life isn't filled with noise but with intention. Surround yourself with people and content that reflect the kind of person you want to become. Cut out relationships, apps, and habits that pull you back into chaos. Protect your peace like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. With time, this lifestyle becomes natural. You don't have to force discipline anymore, it flows from who you are. You stop relying on willpower and start relying on identity. You are no longer someone struggling to stay focused, you are a focused person. And when your days are rooted in purpose and clarity, you not only achieve more, but you feel better, sleep better, and live better. That is the true reward of rewiring your brain and reclaiming your life from the grip of dopamine overload. Chapter 10, The New You, Living with Awareness and Self-Mastery. After completing a dopamine detox and resetting your brain, you're not just more productive, you're transformed. You're now aware of your patterns. You catch yourself when you're about to scroll aimlessly or procrastinate. You've built the muscle of self-awareness. This is powerful. Most people live on autopilot, reacting to every notification, craving, or emotional wave. But you've stepped out of that cycle. You're now someone who pauses, observes, and chooses your response. That's real power, the ability to respond with intention instead of impulse. You've proven to yourself that discomfort won't destroy you, it will build you. Every time you sit with boredom instead of escaping it, you grow stronger. Every time you choose deep work over shallow stimulation, your mind becomes sharper. Now you can start setting higher goals. Not out of pressure, but from a place of vision. What do you want your life to look like in 1 year? 5 years? What habits will get you there? This version of you doesn't wait for motivation, you move because you've trained your mind to value discipline over dopamine. You are in control now. You understand that dopamine isn't the enemy, it's a tool. And like any tool, it's powerful when you use it consciously. You can now enjoy pleasures without becoming a slave to them. You can rest without guilt and work without distraction. This is self-mastery, and it's rare. But you've earned it. And now, you can help others do the same. When you live with awareness, discipline, and purpose, your life becomes an example. You become someone others look to not because you're perfect, but because you're present. This is the new you. A mind that's clear, a life that's focused, and a heart that's aligned with what truly matters.